Hi viewers, welcome back again to Indian Software Engineer channel. In this video, we will see how we can execute JavaScript programs in Windows OS or any other OS just by using Google Chrome and Google Developer Tools. Most of the developers don't know that Google Chrome comes with tools like this and Google Development Tools, um, which help us a lot in doing so many things. One of them is simplest way of executing JavaScript programs. If we don't have these tools embedded with Google Chrome, we need to write an HTML code, and then we need to include the JavaScript in that HTML code itself, and then we need to execute in a browser. Now Google Chrome is coming with these kind of tools, so we don't need to do all those things. So let's see how we can do that. So now we're on Google homepage. Um, so to execute JavaScript mode, we need to enter into console mode first, developer tools mode. So to get into the developer mode, just right click on any page, not even just Google page, but any page. You can just right click and click inspect. So now you can see the source code of whole Google homepage. And on top of this, you can see multiple options here in this panel. There is one tab called console. So when you click on this console, you will enter into development mode. Now we're in developer mode, and we can execute whatever JavaScript programs that we want to execute here. So this tool is very useful and very interactive. See, let me just see. Whenever we type anything, it gives us multiple suggestions as well. Like now I'm started typing window, so it is giving all the suggestions with that start with window. So now we can see here um, we want to display something, then we can do one thing. Window dot sorry We want to read something from the user. Yeah, so here I started typing window. Now it is showing up all the suggestions that start with window word. So window dot um, now I have given one dot here, so it is showing up all the classes and attributes and methods that are under window object. So here is one of the methods is prompt. Prompt is something that we want to take inputs from user, and if we want to take an input from user, and if you want to display that simply, then we can just give window dot prompt, enter something. So this will ask the user to enter something here. Something we'll give. Yeah, this is what how we can interact with JavaScript mode in this console tab. And next, if we just want to take something, and we want to do some operations like we can read integers or strings, whatever we want we can read here. Now I'll just try to read one integer here, and I'll try to print it. Window dot prompt, enter a number. So let's assign this to a variable called input. So whenever we give enter key here, it will assume that we are trying to execute the code whatever we have entered till now. So I given here 5, but it did not print anything because we didn't try to print anything here. So whenever we want to have multiple lines of code in this same console, then we need to give shift and enter key, then it gives then the cursor moves to next line. Now what I'll do here is console.log. Console.log is used to print something in this console itself, not in a prompt window that is coming up here, but we just want to print it here somewhere. So now I'm doing is you entered input. So what it will do, it will ask for the number. You entered 5, so it will just print it there itself. Now I want to read the integer from prompt, and I want to print the same thing to prompt again. So what I can do is here alert. Alert is used to print something on the user input window like that we are getting here. So now I entered 5 here, entered 5 there. So whatever I entered, that came in a prompt window. So now let's try to read two input integers, and let's try to add them up and get the sum. So now where num1 equals window dot prompt enter a number, shift enter, where num2 equals window dot prompt enter another number. So here one semicolon and here another semicolon. Now console dot log the sum of two numbers is, let's put the summation in a brackets so that it won't assume that we are just entering strings, num1 and num2, 5 and 6. So here we got the sum 56. Little strange, right? So this is because whatever we enter from the prompt window, that will always be considered as a string. So in order to make them integers before summing up, we need to do parsing for both the numbers that we entered. So where so let's try to parse the numbers before adding. So here we have a utility method called parse int. So num1. So now what it will do is it will just parse the number 1 to an integer value. Parse in in num2 equals parse int num2. So now these two numbers will be considered as integers instead of strings. So let's try to give those values here. Int num2. So let's enter 5 and 6. Now the sum is 11. We got the correct value. So now let's try to modify this is a little bit more like let's try to define one function sum, and then pass these two values to that function and get the summation as a return value from these functions. So in order to get that we need to define the function first. Function sum x comma y. So return x plus y. So now we have defined one function and copy paste the same things from here itself. We don't need to write the same code again. And now let's try to, this time we'll try to write the summation to the prompt window itself, not in the console. So the sum of the two numbers is the summation will be written from the function sum. So let's try to pass these numbers to sum function itself. So int num1 comma int num2. So now what it will do is it will prompt us to enter two values, and those two values will be converted to integer form, and then they will be passed to this function, and the function will return the summation, and that will be prompted in a window. So we got the prompt window 5, 6. The sum of the two numbers is 11. So this is how we can execute JavaScript programs using Google Developer Tools in Google Chrome itself. We don't need to do anything extra. I think this will be useful for JavaScript developers. And in my next video, I'll come up with something new again. Till then, see you guys. Bye bye. Please subscribe.